Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be doing a new type of Hollyoaks video. This one basically will be a weekly recap every week on a Wednesday or a Thursday or Tuesday or something. Basically I will take different topics from the week and put them all in one video instead of doing them in separate videos basically, so you don't lose any content. But I will just basically do multiple topics in one video, get it all to you guys in one video basically. So in this video I'm going to be talking about Dr. Savage's exit, my review of that, Freddie returning next year from his exit, or his fake out exit, whatever, Lyndsay being revealed as the glove hand killer, and Mercades unfortunately losing her baby. Okay, cool. And also I really like new titles, they're awesome. They're longer, but more characters, you know, it's awesome. I'll be reviewing the new family next week in a weekly recap type thing, like this one. So yeah, the first piece I have to talk about is my Dr. Savage exit review. Of course, he was killed off by Lyndsay, who was revealed as a hand glove killer, but we'll get to that in a minute. I thought I'm kind of disappointed to see the character go, when they released the kind of information about the 21st anniversary week episodes, or 20th anniversary week of episodes. They said that we will be losing our two biggest characters. Now to me that is two biggest characters, that is along the lines of someone like Steve and Tony, but we lost Ashley Davidson and Dr. Savage, who Dr. Savage is a big character, but her and Ashley Davidson are the show's two biggest characters. I'm glad that we didn't lose Steve and Tony because I like them, and it would be a weird way to off Tony basically. So yeah, we lost Ashley Davidson, Dr. Savage, and almost lost Freddie, but we didn't speak about that more as well. I like Dr. Savage as a character a lot. He brought a great comedic aspect to the show, with certain references to different things and that in at the hospital. Quite a good laugh, good character. I can't remember the actor's name at this particular point because there's like 30 plus characters and I can't remember everyone's name. But I'm only human, so yeah. So we had his exit. Basically, he was killed. Yeah, he was killed by Lyndsay, the hand killer, and he was basically knocked down by that part of the display for the Hollyoaks Gay Pride. Basically, he was knocked down by that, and then Lyndsay kind of like savagely sort of sat on top of him almost. Not sure if she sat on him or sort of sat next to him or whatever, and injected him with the needle or whatever syringe, whatever she's been using. And Dr. Savage managed to pull the mask away slightly so that he could see who it was, but it wasn't revealed to us at that moment. It was also revealed to Charlie as well, who I'll speak about next week. So it was also revealed to him as well, and he's kind of traumatized by it, and yeah, not come out with many lines because he's, yeah, traumatized. But yeah, I understand now and then you have to off kind of big-ish characters. Dr. Savage I will consider as a big character, but not along the lines of someone like Tony and Steve, basically. But yeah, he deserved his own exit, I think. But I said that about other people that were killed off by the hand glove killer. I did like the storyline still, but yeah, I guess they chose some big characters from it, like Will, Phoebe, Dr. Savage. You had, I guess, Rick, who was not biggish at the time, but he was involved a lot at the time. You had some other characters that were tempted as well, like Diane almost killed off, Esther almost killed off. So some big characters went and some big characters almost went. But yeah, good storyline. So next thing I talk about is Freddie returning next year. He's going to be part of some kind of like undercover police operation to take down Trevor, because nobody can seem to do that in this show. Of course, I like Trevor a lot as a character. I think he's changed in a good way, and also can't remember the guy's name who plays him, unfortunately, but he does a great job as well. Greg Wood, that's it. He does a great job of playing him as well. And when Trevor was first kind of introduced, I thought he was just going to be a small little character and leave the show eventually. But he seemed to have stuck around and become quite a main character, which is cool. So yeah, Freddie is returning next year. I'm not sure when exactly. Maybe early next year or late next year. I think they said late next year. So we might be waiting a while to see that, as we're not done with this year yet. I know it's November, but we're not done with this year yet. So yeah, you got Freddie returning, who I thought was dead. I think everyone thought was dead, and then they kind of pulled a bit of a switch around, which can sometimes work pretty well, and I think it did in this situation. So that's pretty cool. I would have been happy with his exit to be like that. And I also predicted that he would leave the show by the end of the year, which I almost got right, but now that's not going to be correct. My prediction for that, because he will be around next year. Yeah, the next thing is Lyndsay being revealed as a glove hand killer. I predicted that correctly, so I guess one thing I got right, one thing I almost got right, but the other thing I did get correct. So Lyndsay being revealed as a glove hand killer, I feel like it fits well with her character to kind of take her down the darker path, to switch her character around a bit, and I don't think it would have really worked. Looking at it now, the glove hand killer storyline, I don't feel like it would have worked well with any of the other characters. It wouldn't have worked with Dr. Savage, even though he had that whole I'm not fully qualified doctor and stuff like that, which that could have been explored a bit more maybe, but we can't do that now. I don't think it would have worked with Tegan. It would have been too obvious to being Kim. This is now that I think about it. Celine, don't feel like it fits with her character, so I think Lyndsay was a good choice for that. So yeah, pretty good choice there. Glad they picked her, kind of. I wonder if she's going to leave the show now as a result of this. I'm not sure, but we will have to wait and see, I guess. It's obviously going to be like I kind of predicted. It's going to be known to us, but a secret to the other characters for a little while, apart from Kim, who knows. And yeah, she's trying to basically put the blame onto Trevor, like trying to pin it on Trevor. Everyone tries to pin all their problems on Trevor because he's this gangster guy or whatever, or used to be, or whatever. Even though he tried to kill the Roscoes, but yeah. And the final thing I have to talk about is Mercedes losing her baby. Obviously, this is a very, very sad storyline, and anyone that's ever lost their baby that's watching this video, I'm sorry for your loss. Of course, I don't know how it is to lose a baby because I didn't have one in the first place. I'm not a dad or anything, so I imagine it's along one of those things of like cancer, and in terms of not knowing how bad it is until it's happened to you. I think it's along the same lines as like cancer and rape and stuff like that. Like you can kind of guess how bad it would be, but until it's maybe happened to you, like none of those things have happened to me. But you know, I don't think you can guess how bad it is until it happens to you. But I think you can kind of have a rough idea. You know, little bad things happen to people, and it's very unfortunate that she's lost her baby. And I'm glad that she isn't having 24/7 tears. She's kind of, her family is calming her down and it's working. But then when she thinks of, I think baby's name was going to be Gabriel, wasn't it? When she starts thinking about Gabriel, like when she picked, I think it was his handprint or something like that. When she had that like memorial box thing, she then, the tears then started building up, which I think is far better than having her for a whole episode sit in the corner and cry, because you know she's able to be calmed down, and she's able to actually talk about it rather than always crying. So she's been able to open up to other characters about it and kind of talk about it that way. So I think that's a better way of doing this kind of thing. Obviously it's a very touchy thing to kind of talk about anyway, so if I've offended anyone with anything, I'm sorry. But they're all touchy subjects, so they're difficult to discuss. So even I have to be careful when I'm doing videos like this and talking about stuff like that, so I have to be careful. But yes, I'm sorry to anyone that has had anything bad like that happen to them. But in terms of the material, this is going to give Mercedes and Jennifer, Jennifer of course who plays Mercedes, Jennifer's done a really good job so far with the material, and it's going to give Mercedes and Jennifer, obviously the same person basically, it's going to give them some good material to work with. I know that's not the point of the storyline, but it's good in terms of, you know, acting and that. If you guys get what I mean, like it gives her more material to work with. Because if you don't give actors material to work with, like with certain characters that have had that problem in the show, they will leave. So keep the material coming. Doesn't have to, you know, yeah, just keep the material coming for characters so that they can stay basically. Again, I'm sorry if I've offended anyone. But yeah, that's it for this week's recap. Next week I'll be talking about Charlie and some other things that are happening, and then about Steve and Harry some more. You know, I'll kind of just jot down some topics. And yeah, thanks guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please thumb it up. If you want to support the channel, please share, please favourite. If you're new here, you want to subscribe. I've got a big channel update coming. Not big in terms of lengthy, but big in terms of like changes coming. So stay tuned for that. I'll be recording it straight after this anyway. So stay tuned for that. And watch my weekly Walking Dead review. Episode 5 of season 6 is posted. And if you've not seen the episode, please don't watch the review because it will be spoilers. So just to be clear, I know that's kind of obvious anyway, but there's some rather silly people on the internet, let's just say that basically. So yeah, weekly Walking Dead reviews from episode 5, episode 6 next week, and then 7, 8, you know, so on and so forth. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.